Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and of course we are taking a look at the latest build of Windows 10 for 20H1. Yes, next year, a year from now. 20H1 is the first build of 2020 for Windows 10, so sometime in May of 2020. And it's build 18890, was released yesterday at May the 1st, 2019. Now, here's the thing that first I want to kind of clear up a little bit. We've been having builds of 20H1 since February now. They were first on Skip Ahead, then they moved to Fast Train. And one of the things I might want to rant with these builds is how they actually are don't have much to offer in terms of new options or new things. So if you're looking at this video wondering what new features, well, there's none. They are just improvements and bug fixes. And at being so far from 20H1, I don't understand that they're not implementing some of the big features that could be interesting to have. So that could be a little bit of my rant. So of course, if you're looking for new features, yeah, you can stop right now. And if you want to know a little more about how things are going, continue watching. The install was extremely long. Usually have on this machine an install phase that is going to typically run into the 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. And this is taking into account the preparation phase of the install, and then the install itself, which is usually really fast, something like that blue screen, that period of time when the computers you can't use the computer, typically 25 minutes. But now, yesterday, the first phase that usually takes roughly 2 hours, it took about 4 hours. I don't know if, I wasn't watching, so I wondered if it maybe restarted the install because something wasn't right. But it took a long time. And even the install phase, that moment where I can't use my PC, that usually, as I said, lasts for something like, 25 minutes, it took more than an hour yesterday for the install phase. And I actually was wondering if it would succeed in installing build 18890. Well, it did, and it works fine since then. I've got no problems. I've been using it a lot since yesterday evening and didn't run into any glitches at all. So, like I said, nothing new. I've been going through the menus, through the start menu, looking at different options when you go into your settings. What is there in here? Of course, some of the new options are interesting because they are in, if you look at different apps and update your apps, because a lot of them are for the apps that basically are updated. But it's kind of interesting, and I can't wait for 20H1 to really have something new to offer. Somebody was asking me last time that how come in the build for the May 2019 update we don't have that panel at the top, and it's true, I don't have the panel at the top. And it is here, and I think they maybe decided to keep that panel, but for testing on further updates, because I do not have the account info and OneDrive, Windows Update, rewards, and so on at the top in May 2019. So I guess they decided not to implement this feature unless it's a setting that makes it appear, but I don't think so. Nothing really new, nothing has changed on the system and the Windows settings stuff. Start menu is pretty much the same. Of course, cluttered interface. Just look at what it looks like here with, I wish they would stop adding stuff like Candy Crush and all of that. It's kind of, it's kind of a really, really sad state of affair that they have all of those things here in that panel. I mean, come on, just give us a very basic start menu and stop putting all sorts of crap that people don't want. I mean, how many people will play Candy Crush Saga on their PC? Honestly, I don't know many people that actually do. And it's almost kind of making Windows 10 a little ridiculous when you look at this. And the worst part is if you install the Pro version, it's, you know, or Enterprise version, the crap's there. And you're like, what, really? You're putting that crap on Enterprise PCs also? It's kind of weird, you know. Anyways, that's my ranting. Today's my ranting day of Insider Builds. So nothing new, but it does work well. And of course, we're moving ahead slowly. And finally, to answer the question that I get asked, when is 19H2 going to be tested and how? Nobody knows. We don't know when it's going to appear. We don't know when it's going to be available. Is it going to be a slurring thing? How are they going to test it? And it's kind of weird that they're not already testing it, which is kind of surprising. Maybe because as long as, you know, May 2019 update isn't released, they're not testing it. So that's what I have to say for this build 18890. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and thank you for watching our videos.